And we are live. Oh, we are back, everyone. Welcome to another CranKy Ducklings cast. I know. Home Story Cup is on right now. I know. It's not the most ideal time, for a broadcast, but regardless, there is a tournament going on right now. The show must go on. I myself personally, I'm gonna watch the VODs for Home Story Cup. I mean, I was asleep throughout all of it basically, so I have to catch up anyway. But yes, we have a brand new tournament. This is a tournament called For the Ages, a bit of a one-off tournament. And as you can gather from the name of the tournament, it is a tournament where first place gets a copy of Age of Empires 4. Shout out to Ducklings. Ducklings, of course, is running and sponsoring this event. And yeah, we have something quite special here, Meanwhile, of course, want to give a bit of a shout out to Sephiron. He did give us a bit of a raid as we were going live. And everyone in the chat, Daunted for sure. Jedot Kole? Question mark. Welcome. We have a pretty stacked lineup. You know, exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket. Also, I guess I'll set this up here. Originally, I wasn't going to put on a cam. But you know, we may as well. It's fine. Hold on. Oh. I was waiting for my hair to dry, actually, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. So we are back. I woke up, had a shower, and just started the stream. So yeah, we are gonna be live with our first match, which you can see is gonna be CristianoX versus Plava. So honestly, I can't wait. I cannot wait to dive into this. Some other big names, if you look at the bracket, Eric is here, Master is here, Chaos Fate is towards the lower portion of the bracket. Hold on. We have the technology, as well as Eggs. Here we go. We already have a couple of walkovers being implemented here. Again, not the largest bracket, but still quite quality nonetheless. You know, we have Chaos Fate to represent the Terrans. We got Eggs and Eric as the Zergs, and CristianoX and Master as the Protoss. We have a couple of dark horses as well. When it comes to players like Saberlight, White Idra, Ares, you know, can they somehow cause an upset? It's possible. We may even see, you know, the winner of White Idra versus Ares against Master, for example. So that's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good, not gonna lie. So I can't wait. Yeah, I decided to go live here because I thought we were gonna get our series going. Look, I don't know if you guys realized, but I did post in the chat exclamation mark Funada CristianoX because where is he? He's here. He was messaging me. He was doing his vetoes, but my God, how long does it take to do vetoes? Hold on, they're beautiful. I'm here. I'm joined by my lovely plushies underneath me and to the side of me. Beautiful. But yeah, I guess since we have a little bit of time, some backstory when it comes to this tournament in general for the ages. Of course, the next big RTS that's around the corner is Age of Empires 4. With some kind of mixed thoughts on it. In general, you know, it's not quite Age of Empires 2, it's not quite StarCraft, it's relatively slow. It's like finding a middle ground between Age 2 and StarCraft, and it's not necessarily hitting you know, what people want from both ends, but we'll see what happens with Age of Empires 4. Regardless, everyone is excited. I'm sure everyone who's a StarCraft fan wants to play Age of Empires 4 just to experience it, just to feel it out, see what they have to offer. If it catches them, great. If it doesn't, we always still have StarCraft. Like, I'm still very much so on the fence. I'm like, I'm like, is it gonna be good? I don't know. I'll give it a shot. But I guess one of the big barriers to entry is that it's a relatively expensive game. I know here in Australia it's 100 AUD. For the standard edition. The deluxe is like 120 or something, or 130. So it's pretty expensive. I know a couple of Australians that are turned off by that, by just the price tag itself. And when it comes to Latin America, in general, you know, it's not like money is easy to come by. So because that Darking has a full-time job, and he's like, you know what, I don't want that to stop people from enjoying and playing the game. So let's run a tournament. The winner of the tournament will win a copy of the game. So yeah, he decided to spread some love a little bit here. So much love and much respect to Darking. I know Darking, he wants Age of Empires 4 to do well. Whether it will or not, well, we'll see. There is like a big tournament around the corner. I think next month there's a tournament called the Genesis or something, which I don't think is the best idea, to be honest. There's like a big tournament right after the game launches, but mate, with the game launching so early, like I'm sure a lot of things need to be worked out. Not necessarily talking about the meta, but the game itself, right? Like we've seen some pretty rough game launches, you know, buggy game launches. So hopefully any issues that there are with the game are resolved by the time the first tournament comes around, you know, when it comes to the production of the tournament itself, and hoping that it runs smoothly. I'll always remember a Warcraft 3 Reforged at DreamHack. The game was constantly crashing. Like it just ruined the DreamHack broadcast at Anaheim, I think it was. And yeah, it was a little bit awkward to say the least. And it did kind of like leave a lasting impression on the people. So hopefully we don't get any of that. Meanwhile, here we go. Looks like we finally have our first lobby, our first game, and let's set some things up. As I'm trying to figure out where people are from. Ah, he left. Cool. As we're getting set up here. And as you can see, our first series is going to be CristianoX versus Plavalaguna. I've never encountered this person before. I mean, they're a part of a team that's pretty familiar to me, Dead Zone Gaming. It is a Brazilian team. It is Cosmos's team. So I'm pretty curious. I'm pretty curious to see what he has to offer here, especially because the winner of this series will go up against Eggs and Huevo, and Eggs is one of the best Zergs in the region. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a rough one, to say the least. So many duck faces. My username was going to be big, so I could be referred to as a big name. Aye. Adez sounds like a distant relation of Aries by sound. Sure, they both start with A, I guess. Kind of. You have to play Age of Empires 4 just to understand the memes. True. Very true. Oh god. But again, I do apologize for... as we just set some things up here. Beautiful. But yeah, I was about to, what was I even saying? Oh my god, as I'm frozen on stream. Oh god. There we go. Sorry. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I do apologize for the delayed start to the tournament itself. You know, it took a while to get everything going, but finally, here we go. We have our two players ready for us, and we are diving into our first series of the night. It's been a pretty intense weekend. We casted Battle of the Americas, Copa Hyperion, we casted ESL Open Cup Asia, and the day just keeps on going, keeps on giving. And I don't even know who this person is. When it comes to what he decided to name himself, shaking my head, here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pride of Altares LE, we have the Chilean Protoss player. He is blue, representing Alpha X. Some know him as Renatan Love. I don't understand. I don't know the meme. If anyone could explain to me what that is, give it to me. It is CristianoX. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Pride of Altares LE, we have the Brazilian Terran player. He is red, representing Death Zone Academy. It is Plavalaguna. I just love the word Laguna. It just flows off the tongue. It's great. Plava reminds me of Pavlova. Oh my god, what an interesting opener. So greedy, but I like it. Oh my god, so Pride of Altaris. It's a relatively long map. And similar to Oxide in the previous map pool, it does have a ramp leading up into the natural. So because of that, I imagine, no, I don't like, okay, oh my god, it's nonsense, mate, nonsense. But because of this, you can afford to be greedy, and I can see Terran players and Protoss players going for their initial wall, or going for, I guess, more of a greedy opener here. Like Protoss in PvP, I can imagine doing this, just going straight for the wall on the low ground. Terran, I guess, in the PvT can also maybe try and get away with this. Meanwhile, we have a gas steal! Oh my god! Let's go! Plava didn't just go for an NG block, he's going for a gas steal as well. A man after my own heart. He lets the gas finish. A little bit questionable there, a little bit unnecessary, but not the biggest of deals. Gas isn't that expensive. A refinery isn't that expensive, I should say. Oh my god! And yeah, this is huge. Like, gas stealing a Protoss player isn't the worst thing, because just gas is so important to Protoss. Meanwhile, finally we do have a cancel there. Cristiano finally gets his natural up and running, but it was quite delayed. And the other thing is that Plavalaguna, I keep wanting to say Pavlova. Plavalaguna forced Cristiano to make this zealot as well. So everything has been delayed, and he's getting away with the he's getting away with this low ground wall. Not the best wall I've ever seen. There's quite a lot of holes in this wall, multiple places, but it's okay. It's okay. It's oh my, that's a Reaper Cliff. Wow. The more you know. As Reaper was, dancing around trying to deal some damage, but in the end he did back off. The gas is still a gas. You love to see it. And the gas does provide some vision here. Unfortunately, he isn't quite in range of the Forge and the Twilight Council. Ooh, very interesting. So, a couple of things. CristianoX, when I see him throw down a Forge, sure, it can be for an upgrade, but quite often, especially in this matchup, he plays like King Cobra. What does that mean? What does King Cobra mean? It means that he throws down cannons defensively. It isn't like this forge has been done for a while. What is the purpose of this forge? Where's the upgrade? Where's +1? It's just not there. Maybe it's mistimed, but we'll see. We'll see if he decides to go for Blink. Blink is on the way. Are we going to see +1 or just a cannon? The purpose of cannons are in case the Terran opponent opens up with Widowmines, with a Widowmine opener, with a Widowmine drop. If Widowmines come across the map, then you will have cannons to help deal with them. They'll help deal with them if they have an armory, so that you need detection to deal with the Widowmines. So it's a very safe way to play. A little bit inefficient, to say the least, but it is safe and doable. There it is, cannon thrown down in the main. Cristiano does this pretty much every PvT. It does make Cristiano a little bit predictable, and again, it does make things a little bit more inefficient. If you did go for, say, Banshee Harass or a Widowmine drop, like, you do kind of play into Cristiano's hands, and you kind of fall for it. But if you are aware of how Cristiano plays, then you can just avoid that sort of play. Meanwhile, the gas finally gets dealt with. Cristiano, he did take his gas at the natural, so it's not like he was lacking for any gas, really. He had what he needed. Meanwhile, we can see that it is a very... Oh my... High-sec... Wait, is this high-sec auto-tracking? What? Oh my god. What is happening? Where are these Rexes? We have mech! What is... Okay, so we have a mech. We have... mech against Protoss coming out here from Plavalaguna. A mass Hellion Cyclone battle mech with Magfield accelerators with high-sec auto-tracking to help out these missile darts because he's turtling up. Oh my god. What is happening? I'm struggling to speak because I just can't believe what's before my eyes. Alright, here we go. So Cristiano is looking to try and apply a little bit of pressure here. He does have blink, so if he gets high ground vision, he will be able to blink up into the main base. Quickly checking units located. Hasn't lost anything quite yet. But right now, he's satisfied containing his opponent and taking a third base. My god. We have charge on the way behind this, +1 armor on the way as well. Not attack, which is interesting, but it does benefit the Zealots. It does mean the Zealots can close the distance and dive on top of the Terran army. More gateways are being thrown down. Because of the lack of aggression from Plava, then this does mean that Cristiano will get away with this third base. What's important though is, Cristiano has scouted both factories. He is aware of the mech. And what will his choice be here? Because mech can struggle against Skytoss, like if he decides to go Void Rays eventually into carriers. It can also struggle against massed robo compositions, specifically Immortals. Speaking of, Immortal production has begun. So Cristiano, again, he's well aware of the composition. He's looking to try and counter it. Oh my god, we have Neo Steel frames! Just... Lava, he's getting the most turtle upgrades out there. High-sec auto-tracking and Neo Steel frames. This, like, with both of these upgrades combined, it does increase the range of these missile turrets, and it does boost the building armor of planetaries and buildings in general. This is odd. It's so odd. It's okay. The reason why I say it's odd is because he has a pretty mobile army. I don't think he needs to rush upgrades like this when he could have gotten a faster third base, right? Like Cristiano, he's thinking about taking a fourth. Like this third base could have been much sooner, and this tech could have been a little bit later. And it would have benefited Plava more because like high-sec and Neo Steel frames, like these are upgrades that are not going to come into play anytime soon. Same with like the double armory as well. Like, things could have been a little bit more efficient here, I feel. So because of that, sure, he's going to have a pretty strong army. My god. Why? Oh my god. As we see the transform upgrade, god, what's it called? There it is, Smart Servos. Smart Servos is on the way as well. That'll help the Hellions transform back and forth between Hellions and Hellbats, which will be useful, question mark. My god, what an interesting player. It's crazy. I love what Daunton's saying in the chat. I can see all the map and yet I'm still blind to the majesty of this Terran play. It's crazy. Oh, so you have a little bit of friendly fire there. But yeah, he did just dip down. Like, Cristiano has to be careful not to be too greedy. As this army is about to move out across the map. Again, it basically looks like a 2-base all-in at this point. Oh my god. The Cyclone's dealing so much damage. But there's a third base behind this. Like, Plava intends to slowly expand. It's just odd to me. Like, to me, this would make a lot more sense if Plava was going for a more tank-heavy composition, right? Because then, you know, it would make sense that he would want to slow things down, slowly expand, siege up, slowly engulf the map in Terran. But because he's going Cyclone Hellion, like, you want to be active with this. You want to have a presence on the map, you want to be harassing, you want to be hitting bases back and forth, getting into mineral lines with your Hellions and Cyclones, but we don't see that at all. So it's just two conflicting ideas here for Plava, where if he had focused on one of them, I do think he would be performing a little bit better. But we'll see. We have double scans. Plava confirms that Cristiano is on 4 bases. He's finally moving out across the map, but Cristiano sees this and oh my god, he's going to catch it as well. Does take control of the Zelnaga tower, confirms that there are no reinforcements. He's going to be trying to surround this army. Meanwhile, Plava does get up onto the high ground. How good is Raven Control going to be? Where is that anti-armor missile? As at the moment, we don't see it. We do see it transform for the Hellbats, but the Hellbats are not what you want here. There is the anti-armor missile on a lot of these Stalkers, but it's a little bit too late. There's barely any army left for the Terran. My god. Like, honestly, Plava could have moved out like this quite a while ago and maybe dealt some damage, but Cristiano, now he's sitting fine on 4 bases. He lost a couple of gateway units, but like, look at how many Immortals he has. He's got double robo production for Immortals. 8. This madman has 8 Immortals. How do you stop that? You don't. What, tanks? Doors? No. Like, Cristiano's gonna get ready to A move through this. Like, the problem is that we only have 2 tanks. Finally, we have resumed tank production, but it is so late. And here we go. Cristiano's across the map with his massive death ball of Protoss. He dives on some of these tanks. The tanks, unfortunately, they were on siege. We do see the Cyclones trying to get a couple of lock-ons here. Another anti-armor missile, but there's just not enough firepower. The entire Terran army just evaporates. There's a planetary with Neo Steel frames, but it doesn't matter. It's too little, too late. Lava, my god, he was getting BCs. He was getting Yamato. GG. Wow. GG, well played. Cristiano takes game number 1. And I don't know what the hell we just witnessed. Was that StarCraft? Or was that Age of Empires? Oh god. Wow. Just wow. What a game. And that was just game 1. We're going to be getting ready to dive into game numero 2 as well. It's a very fast, slow build. That's what Daunted saying. Oh god. My brain just can't handle. It just can't handle what we're seeing today. Oh my god. So, with that, congratulations to Cristiano. He does take the first game, but that was just the first game in a best of 3. So, we still got some more. We still got some room to breathe here for Plava. Meanwhile, I do have confirmation that Eggs has shown up, thankfully. So, Eggs will be waiting for the winner of this series. Oh, and I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be a juicy one. It's going to be juicy. Oh, as we go to get everyone else in here. Where are we? Oh. Beautiful. Getting all the casters. We do have 3 casters for this tournament, by the way. We do have a Portuguese cast, which I should hype this up a little bit more. Fun fact, the person casting this in Portuguese, who also casts World Team League in Portuguese, is Shakti, the Brazilian Protoss player. He's casting at the moment. Alongside him, he doesn't have a co-caster. We're all solo casting at the moment. But there's a new Spanish caster called Eintag. Not too sure, but it is a new Spanish caster. One of Enki's boys. As of course, Enki is a little bit busy with stay-at-home Story Cup. And here we go. We are diving into game number 2 of this best of 3 round 1 series. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the Chilean Protoss player. He is blue, representing Alpha X. It is CristianoX. I need to set up an alias. Hold on. We're fixing this. Where? Huh. CristianoX. Okay. Alias. Brenneton Love. Bren. BR. Save and close. Does this work? Not yet. Next game. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Berlingrad LE. This time not going for an eBay block, not going for the gas steal. We have the Brazilian Terran player. He is red, representing Death Zone Academy. It is Plavalaguna. Beautiful. And as we can see, not going for as much of a greedy opener as game number 1, just because of the way this map works. The entrance into the natural is huge compared to the previous one, compared to that, and there is no ramp either, so it's so much more difficult to get away with that. Meanwhile, my depot placement? What? Okay, oh my god! The plays! Unfortunately, there was no mineral walking there, so Cristiano messed up and he lost his probe. But with this pylon, that means there will be no add-on here. It means that the racks will be forced to be lifted up and moved over. Oh my god! And with that, we have a faster second Rax, and that was seen by the pylon. Cristiano knows. 3 Raxes. Mate, show us the 3 Raxes. The first Reaper is zooming across the map. The map, of course, being Berlingrad, the smallest map in the map pool other than Beckett Industries. But, I mean, Beckett isn't really in the map pool. It's a little bit of a mistake, kind of. We'll see. But the first Reaper does get across the map, and we'll see how much damage it can get done. The Stalker is being chronoed out, but the Stalker is a little bit late. Not here quite in time. And oh! 1 probe goes down. Second. The boys have to be pulled off the line. Yo, he wants that probe. He wants it so bad. He gets it. But he gets surrounded. 2 probes for 1 Reaper and a full scout, to be fair. The Robo was seen by Plava, and I hope that does signify aggression here, or at least OP reckon. What? Double eBay? 3 racks double? What? A little bit unnecessary. Usually, instead of getting a second eBay, you just get a 3rd Rax, and you do get +1, but instead of getting +1 armor, you get faster stim, faster combat shields. Focus on this kind of heavy DPS timing. +1 armor is a little bit unnecessary, I feel. Unless you want the game to go on longer. But I feel like we're going to be seeing this 1-base play, you know? Like, I hope he pulls the boys. he better pull the boys. Interesting. Very interesting here. What's important is that Cristiano did scout the 2 Rax opener, so he's already starting an army. You know, the first Immortal is coming out. We have a shield battery at the natural. We have our defenses. We have overcharge. And we have additional gateways as well. Oh my god, 4 gates in total. I wouldn't be surprised if we see War Prism at this point. But yeah, Cristiano is responding quite well to what he has scouted. Quite well indeed. Meanwhile, Plava, unfortunately, he has been spotted, but he is not making a natural. He's going to be all in. And again, if he wants to make this work, he needs to go with everything. Not just the Marines, not just the Marauders, but pull the boys as well. And maybe he can make some magic happen. Meanwhile, second Immortal on the way. We do have a hallucinated scout, and this is such an important scout for CristianoX. He needs to see whether or not there's a natural base and what is happening in the main, as he still hasn't quite seen. There we go. He dips in. He spots all 3 Raxes. He sees all the Marines, the upgrades. He's even going to see the E-base. Oh my god, and he spots the lack of the natural, so he knows that an all-in is coming his way. He needs more shield batteries, more than 1. Especially if, there we go, we have a 2nd, hopefully we see a 3rd. There it is. Cristiano is preparing for the attack. Meanwhile, there we go. A couple of boys are being pulled, not a lot though, only a couple. 1-1 is done, combat shields is done, concussive shell is done as well. We have quite a lot of upgrades. Oh, never mind. He actually didn't get combat shields. Ugh. Okay. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Blave, he's all in. He's here. He's ready to stim. His SCVs all die immediately. Unfortunately, they went in a little bit prematurely. We have the force fields, and just like that, overcharge keeps everything alive. And Cristiano just absolutely destroys this army. My god. To be fair, even if you needed to do this for the first push, papi. For the first push. Oh no. Ay. It feels bad, man. Again, to be fair, even if he had pulled all the boys for the first attack, even then, I don't know if he would have been able to break through, but he would have had a higher chance. He would have had a much higher chance. Maybe he would have been able to power through a bunch of these units. 3 Immortals, though, they are quite thick. They are quite chunky, so it would have been rough regardless, but you know, at least he's trying, you know. Just making a show of it. He gets scattered by the observer. The boys are seen. Oh god, the force fields, show them to me, Cristiano. There they are. He slices up the army, and with that, I think we're going to be seeing a GG here. I do love the showmanship of Flava, though. He came in with a plan. He was a man with a plan. But unfortunately, sometimes you need more than just a plan. GG gets called, and CristianoX takes the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. And yeah, I do love how Plava played out that series. He had very different styles in game 1 and game 2, and again, there was a lot of thought behind it. I approve. Maybe overthinking a couple of things. It can obviously be refined, but I like the ideas. I like the ideas. And with that, unfortunately, we do say goodbye to Plava as he is knocked out of the tournament, and Cristiano moves on to the next round to face his Colombian opponent. He moves on to face Eggs. And this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we have wanted, mates.